Hi hobbyists, Brennan here with Privateer Press. Today we're going to dip into the Crucible Guard and look at the vials, flasks, and potions of their mad science. Let's get started. So here we have Hutchuk, and today we're going to be painting up the vials. There's 3 vials here in the front we'll be focusing on. You want to make sure that the vials start with the darkest color of Thamar Black, or a primer in this case. And then we're going to be building up the layers, working from our darkest colors to our lightest colors. So the second color we're going to use here, after we've base coated with Thamar Black, is going to be Crixbane Base. I'm going to grab a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and start blocking in where I'm going to want the liquid of this vial to be. So you can make them as filled or as empty as you like. So you're going to want to make sure that the liquid sits parallel to the ground when you draw your line, and not just parallel to the edge of the vial. This one is tilted, so I want to make sure it looks like gravity is at work. Otherwise it's going to look off and it'll end up resting kind of at an angle. Since we're simulating liquid inside of a jar, or a vial in this case, a glass container, the light refracts, so it's not important for the layer to be particularly opaque. So it's okay if you see a little bit of the black through it, because that'll just simulate kind of how the liquid is ebbing and flowing in the vial. So once the Crixbane base is dry, we're going to move on to a layer of Ordic Olive. And I'm going to apply that on top of the previous layer, but I want to make sure that I'm not covering up all the detail, and I want to make sure that I'm leaving some towards the bottom, fully Crixbane base. So I'm going to pull it down, kind of mix it around, kind of simulating the liquid inside this container. All right, and then I'm going to do another coat to kind of get that color a little more solid for myself. Once your Ordic Olive is dry, we're going to move on to Worm Green. We're going to apply this in the same way, lining from the top, and then just blending it down using 2-brush blending. So my finger I was just using to kind of clean up a little bit of the blend and make it a little messier for me. So the effect is a lot easier to pull off when you make sure that the brightest color of your liquid inside your vial is on the top edge. Spots of green where the liquid is closest to the glass. And here we went over a little bit, but that's okay, we'll clean it up later. All right, so once we have the foundation of the color in the vial, we can also add some little bubble dots if we like, just by tapping. This is just to make it look like the liquid inside is doing some movement. There we go. Now we let that dry. So for the next step, I'm going to go ahead and mix some Menoth White highlight into the previous color, Worm Green. I want to get this kind of towards the Menoth White highlight color side. Oh yeah. And just following the same steps we've been doing before, I'm going to apply this as a line to the top. Also going to use this step to kind of simulate some of the sharp refraction here of the glass. Give the illusion glass gets when it gets shiny and the light hits it. You don't want to do probably more than 2 of these stripes here before you start losing the effect of the glass. All right. So using Thamar Black, I can go back over these spots right here where I wanted it a little smoother. So if you made a couple mistakes earlier, you can easily just write it off. Our black eraser. So like here, this line is too thick for me, so I'm gonna just clean it up. All right. And there you go, a quick and easy way to paint up some vials. We have painted green here, but by easily just switching up the color choices, maybe Frostbite, Kato Red base, we could just switch up the color that we have inside our vials for whatever suits our needs. Our vials look ready to cause mayhem on the battlefield, or maybe just taste like a delightful beverage. Join me next time as we gear up and paint Crucible Guard armor. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more videos and check out the links below for more in this series and additional information on the P3 hobby line. Today we're going to dip into the Crucible Guard and look at the fat vials. Fat vials.
Them fat vials.
PHAT